This is incredible. So when I first started making videos for this channel, I believe this was one of our first few videos. And as I've said 100 times on this channel, I'm not very good at geology. And oh man, did I really butcher this one. So I thought I would come back and correct my mistakes. Well, we made a pretty long and hard side trip before we got to our main destination, and we found this bone, probably a cow bone. But that's not the main goal of our side trip. Right over here, hidden in these trees, are these mounds. I think they're kind of special. Let's go check them out. So this area on the map is marked ruin, and I wasn't sure what kind of ruin, but these really look like unexcavated Native American ruins. Right. I haven't found any potsherds or anything yet, but last time I was here I found a pretty big one. I wasn't right in this area. I was down where the main part of our trip is going to be, but I did find some human evidence. But up here I have found this. This is obsidian. Now this could possibly be natural because we're in a volcanic area, but this really looks worked to me. They would make scrapers, arrowheads, and things like that out of this. And remember, it's very important to leave these archaeological finds behind. So I did just find a little bit of the evidence I was looking for. This is a potsherd, and you can sort of tell they're smooth on the inside and then that pattern on the outside. So we have definitely come across the remains of an old village of some sort. Just came across some elk scat, so I suppose that bone could have been an elk as well, but sure looked like cow to me. So I'm about a mile from where I was, and I was not expecting this, but a second set of ruins. And we're gonna hike right past them. If I find anything cool, I'll let you know. So right along the base of this wall, more pottery. I'm not an archaeologist, but this site actually looks bigger than the last site. Looks to be a big circular set of ruins with a courtyard right in here in the middle. Wow, this was unexpected. We haven't even gotten to the cool part of the video yet.
A little research after my trip revealed that I had stumbled across the Bolet Sakwa ruins, an area that was about 650 rooms and was occupied between 1350 and 1650, and interestingly enough, partially excavated by Girl Scouts.
And this is what we came for, Paliza Goblin colony. In our first video about this magical place, well, this is what I said. These goblins, or hoodoos as they're sometimes called, are actually formed in what we call tuft. So the tuft is actually volcanic in nature, and it's very soft. But on top there's cap rock. So what happens is the caprock doesn't erode, the tuft around it erodes, and you're left with these pillars, hoodoos, and goblins. So these goblins were actually formed in a pretty cool way, not like I initially thought. So when the Valles caldera erupted, it threw up a gigantic pyroclastic cloud, and all that all that volcanic hot rock, well, not all of it, but a bunch of it landed here in Paliza Canyon. And that layer was up to 100 meters thick. You can see some of that behind me. But that hot ash landing on streams and ponds that were here, that water started to boil. And when that boiling water and steam came up through all that volcanic tuff, it changed the rock that was right around it. So, for example, right here, steam or hot water would have been coming up, and it changed this rock into a zeolite. Zeolites are much harder than all the rock around it. So then when this whole area eroded, these were the rocks that were left. So that is the real explanation for the goblins of Paliza Canyon. Man, imagine being one of the kids that grew up in those pueblos that we saw earlier, and this was your playground. That must have been pretty fun. Found a beautiful little spot here for lunch. I'm going to enjoy lunch, and I hope that you enjoyed that video. I hope you learned something. I hope you learned that it's important to check your facts, and it's okay to be wrong every once in a while. Appreciate you watching, and we will catch you on the next one.